Your car is trying to talk to you, and most people either ignore it or have absolutely no idea what it's saying. There are 9 warning lights that, if you miss them, can turn a $20 fix into a $4,000 repair, or worse, a crash. Not all of them are obvious, and some of them look so similar that drivers confuse them constantly. So, in this video, we're going through every single one, what's actually happening inside the car when they light up, and exactly what you need to do the moment you see them. Number 1. Check engine light. CEL. The check engine light comes on, and the first thing most drivers think is probably just the gas cap, and they keep going because it's been on before and nothing happened. But the engine control unit is scanning dozens of sensors every second, and when it trips that light, it's already logged a specific fault code that could be anything from a misfiring cylinder to a catalytic converter failing right now. A steady light means the car can still limp along, so people gamble on it. A flashing check engine light is a completely different situation. That means the engine is misfiring badly enough that unburned fuel is dumping straight into the exhaust and cooking the catalytic converter, which runs around $1,200 to replace. Every misfire cycle also pushes raw fuel past the piston rings and into the oil. So you're not just fixing the original fault anymore. You're doing an oil change and possibly looking at bore damage on top of it. Number 2. Oil pressure warning light. The oil pressure warning light looks like a little oil can with a drop falling off the spout, and it's probably the fastest path from car is running fine to car is destroyed of anything on this list. Oil pressure doesn't give you a grace period. It gives you a countdown measured in seconds. When pressure drops, the oil film between the crankshaft bearings and the block collapses almost instantly, and metal starts grinding against metal at several thousand revolutions per minute. The bearings can spin and weld themselves to the crank journals in under a minute. At that point, you're not looking at a repair bill anymore. You're looking at an engine replacement. Number 3. Battery/charging system light. That little rectangle with a plus and minus on it looks like a phone battery icon. So most people assume it means the battery is aging and they should replace it soon. What it actually means is that the charging system has dropped below the voltage needed to keep the car running, and you might have less than 20 minutes of electrical life left. Your car runs on the alternator while you drive, not the battery. The alternator generates between 13.5 and 14.8 volts to power everything and keep the battery topped up, so when it fails, the car starts draining the battery immediately. Modern cars with electronic fuel injection and ignition modules can pull that battery completely flat in 15 to 20 minutes of highway driving. And the car runs perfectly normally the whole time, right up until everything cuts out at once. Number 4. Brake warning light. Brake system/parking brake. There are actually 2 different brake warning lights, and drivers mix them up constantly. One is a red circle with an exclamation mark, which is the general brake system warning, and the other is the word brake, or a P inside a circle, which sometimes just means the parking brake is still engaged. Pull the parking brake off and it should disappear. If it doesn't, that's a different problem. Low brake fluid is the most common reason it stays on while driving, and brake fluid doesn't just evaporate, so if the level dropped, it went somewhere. Either the pads wore down far enough that the caliper pistons extended out and pulled fluid from the reservoir, or there's a leak in the hydraulic system. Number 5. Engine temperature warning light. The temperature warning light looks like a thermometer sitting in liquid, and when it flips red, the engine isn't approaching damage anymore. It's already in it, because aluminum cylinder heads start warping at temperatures only slightly above normal operating range. Overheating doesn't usually happen all at once. A coolant leak drops the level, or the thermostat sticks closed, and coolant stops moving through the block entirely, and the temperature gauge climbs slowly while the driver assumes it'll settle back down. By the time the light trips, the coolant is boiling inside the block. A blown head gasket runs between $1,500 and $3,000 to fix because the cylinder head has to come off completely. Catch it before the gasket goes, and you might just need a thermostat. When a head gasket fails, combustion gases push into the cooling system, and you'll see white smoke from the exhaust, or a milky brown sludge on the oil cap, which is coolant mixing into the oil and turning it into something that lubricates nothing. Number 6. Transmission temperature warning light. A lot of drivers have never seen this light because not every car has one, and when it does appear, it tends to show up during exactly the kind of driving where nobody's watching the gauges, like hauling a trailer up a long hill in August heat, or crawling through stop-and-go traffic with the AC running full blast. Automatic transmission fluid does 2 jobs at once. It's the hydraulic fluid that shifts gears through clutch packs and solenoids, and it's also what cools the transmission itself. Past around 260 degrees Fahrenheit, that fluid starts to oxidize and loses its viscosity, so the clutch packs begin slipping instead of locking up cleanly. Transmission damage from overheating builds up slowly and stays invisible for weeks. until one day the transmission just won't go into third gear under load. Number 7. ABS, Anti-Lock Braking System, Warning Light. The ABS light is one drivers decide to live with because the brakes still feel normal and the car still stops, so nothing seems immediately wrong. Technically, that's true, but what's gone is the system that prevents wheel lockup during a panic stop, which is exactly when you need it. ABS modulates brake pressure at each wheel up to 15 times per second, keeping the tires rolling instead of skidding. A skidding tire generates almost no lateral grip, so you lose steering completely and go wherever the car decides. Number 8. Airbag Warning Light. Every other light on this list damages the car. The airbag light is different because when it fails, it damages you. The SRS module runs a continuous circuit check across every crash sensor, seatbelt pretensioner, and airbag in the car. And when it finds a fault, it disables the whole system, so a hard enough impact produces nothing and your face meets the steering wheel at full speed. The clock spring is the most common culprit on higher mileage cars. A coiled electrical connector inside the steering column that wears out from years of wheel input and breaks the driver's airbag circuit completely. Number 9. Power Steering Warning Light. Most cars built since the early 2000s use electric power steering, so this light is no longer about fluid levels. It's about a motor and a control module sitting somewhere in the steering column or rack assembly. The steering motor can overheat during sustained low-speed maneuvering, like parallel parking or a slow parking lot crawl, and cut out temporarily as a protection measure. A persistent light that survives a restart usually points to a fault in the torque sensor or the control module itself. Some of those failures are just a bad ground connection or a software fault that a reprogram fixes without touching the steering rack at all.